Have you ever leaned into the bathroom mirror in the morning, picked up your favorite eyebrow pencil, the same one you've reached for 100 mornings in a row, filled in your brows the way you always have, taken one step back, and quietly thought to yourself, when did I start looking so harsh, so angry, so drawn on? You look at photos from your 40s, and your brows looked soft. They framed your face. They looked like you. Now they look like two dark, heavy commas someone glued onto your forehead. And the strangest part? You haven't changed a thing. Same pencil, same shade, same technique you've used for 20 years. I need you to hear me on this because no one in the beauty industry is going to say it out loud. Your brows didn't get worse, your face got wiser. And that black or dark brown pencil that flattered you beautifully at 45 has become the single fastest way to add 10 years to your face after 60. Most women our age are still filling in their brows with the exact same shade, the exact same pressure, and the exact same shape they perfected back when their hair was darker, their skin thicker, and their whole face carried more natural contrast. And nobody warned us that when your hair softens and your skin quiets down, that dark pencil doesn't define your face anymore. It fights it. It ages it. It makes an elegant woman look like she's trying too hard, when she isn't trying at all. She's just using the tool she was told to use 30 years ago. Today, I'm giving you the full picture. 7 brow secrets that instantly take years off your face, soften your entire expression, and give you that quiet, expensive look you see on the most elegant women over 60. And when we get to number 4, please stay with me for that one, because number 4 is the tiny professional switch that makeup artists use on women our age, and almost no one at home is doing it. And number 6? That's the one nobody talks about. It's the reason so many beautifully dressed women over 60 still somehow look off in photographs. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. If this is the kind of honest, grown-up beauty conversation you've been searching for, the kind made specifically for women over 60, not repackaged from advice written for 30-year-olds, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. Tap the little bell too, so you never miss a video. This community is growing every single week with women who refuse to be invisible, women who know their best years are the ones they're living in right now. You belong here with us. And before we go any further, I want you to know, everything we're about to talk about, every single principle, every product tip, every color rule, is inside the complete guide I created for you. It's called the Complete Hair Guide for Women Over 60. And while yes, it walks you through your hair beautifully, the reason it matters for your brows is this. Your brows are hair. And the guide teaches you the color theory, the undertones, and the graying stages that determine exactly what shade your brows should be. The link is in the description below, or you can scan the QR code showing on the screen right now. Save it, you're going to want to refer back to it. Here's what the beauty counter never explained to you, and what I want to make crystal clear before we get into the 7 brow secrets. Your face operates on something called contrast level. When you were younger, your natural contrast was high. Dark hair, defined brows, pigmented lips, bright eyes, firm skin all working together. Your face could carry a bold, dark brow because everything else on your face matched that intensity. It looked balanced. It looked right. Now here's what happens after 60, and this is pure biology, not opinion. Your hair softens, whether you've gone silver, or you're coloring lighter, or your natural color has faded, the pigment has quieted down. Your skin loses some of its natural warmth and takes on a cooler, more translucent quality. Your lashes and brows themselves grow in finer, lighter, and sparser. Every single element of your face has softened its volume, and when you paint on a dark, hard brow over that softened canvas, you create what makeup artists call a contrast mismatch. Your brows scream while the rest of your face whispers, and the human eye reads that mismatch as one thing, and one thing only: aging, harshly done. This is exactly why the guide I mentioned matters so much. Inside the Complete Hair Guide for Women Over 60, I walk you through the graying stages, the undertone shifts, and how to identify your true current color family. Because you cannot pick the right brow shade until you know what's actually happening on top of your head. The link is in the description, or you can scan the QR code on your screen. Once you understand your contrast level, everything I'm about to show you becomes 10 times more powerful. Now, let's get into the 7 secrets. Secret 1. Retire the black pencil forever and switch to a shade 2 tones lighter than your hair. I know. You've been using black or dark brown since you were in your 30s. But here's the rule elegant makeup artists follow on mature clients, and I want you to write this down. Your brow color should be 2 shades lighter than the darkest hair on your head. Not matching, not darker, lighter. Why does this work? Because a slightly lighter brow reads as natural hair, the eye sees a soft, believable brow. A darker brow reads as drawn on, and drawn-on brows are the single biggest aging trap after 60. If your hair is silver or white, you want a soft taupe. Never grey, never black. If you're a warm blonde, go honey or light caramel. If you're a rich brunette who's now softened, drop from espresso to a medium ashy brown. If you're a redhead whose color has faded, a soft auburn taupe blend is stunning. And if you're not sure what family your current hair color falls into, this is exactly why the guide walks you through identifying it. The link is in the description or the QR code on screen. Secret 2. Powder before pencil. Always. This one change fixes everything. This is the tip that separates the women who look effortlessly put together from the women who look like they're wearing brow makeup. Most women reach for a pencil first, because that's what we grew up with. But pencil on mature skin creates hard, waxy lines that sit on top of your skin rather than blending into it. And after 60, when the skin around your brow bone is a little softer, a little more delicate, a hard pencil line is the first thing the human eye catches. The professional switch? Start with a soft brow powder, applied with an angled brush. Powder is diffuse. It sits in the tiny gaps between your existing brow hairs and mimics the look of natural fullness, not painted on shape. Only after the powder is placed do you go back in with a fine pencil, and only to add a few individual hair-like strokes at the front and the sparse spots. Powder for shape, pencil for hairs, never the other way around. This is professional makeup artistry, and once you do it this way for 1 week, you will not go back. Secret 3. Stop drawing the brow you had at 35. This one is going to sting a little, so I'm going to say it gently. Most of us are still drawing the shape of the brows we had in our 30s. The high arch, the tapered tail, the defined start, and every time we fill them in, we are drawing a phantom brow, the brow of a younger face, onto a face that has changed. Here's what has quietly happened. Your brow bone has softened, your brow hairs grow in a slightly different pattern than they used to, and the arch that framed your eye at 35 no longer sits where your natural facial structure wants it to sit. When you keep forcing that old arch, you create tension. Your face looks surprised, or severe, or somehow not quite you. The fix is to work with your current brow hairs, not against them. Fill in only what's there. Let the arch fall a little softer. Let the tail be a little shorter. Let the front be a little more feathered and less blocked off. Women who do this look 10 years younger overnight, because their face suddenly looks relaxed. And a relaxed face is a young-looking face. Drop a comment and tell me, have you been drawing your 35-year-old brows onto your 60-something face? Be honest. Most of us have. Secret 4. The professional switch nobody at home is doing. Tinted brow gel last. This is number 4, and I promised you this would be worth the wait. Here is what every professional makeup artist does on mature clients that almost no woman at home is doing. After the powder and the tiny pencil hairs are in place, they finish with a tinted brow gel brushed upward through the brows. Why is this the game changer? 3 reasons. First, brushing your brow hairs upward, not sideways, not in the direction of growth, instantly lifts the entire eye area. It's a facelift you can do with a tiny wand. Second, tinted gel deposits a soft, translucent color onto the hair itself, giving you that lush, groomed look without adding any harshness to the skin underneath. And third, this is the part nobody tells you, the gel holds everything in place all day. No smudging, no fading, no touch-ups. Look for a gel labeled tinted or fiber gel in a shade 1 to 2 tones lighter than your hair. Skip anything labeled clear. Clear gel just makes sparse brows look wet and doesn't give you the color payoff. And skip anything too dark, because the whole point of everything we've talked about so far is softening the contrast. Brush upward and slightly outward, 2 seconds, total transformation. This entire product hierarchy, powder, then pencil, then tinted gel, plus the full breakdown of which brow shade goes with which hair color and graying stage, is all mapped out inside the complete hair guide for women over 60. Link in the description, or scan the QR code on your screen right now. Print it out and keep it in your makeup drawer. I promise it becomes your reference for everything. Secret 5. Feather the front. Never block it. Here is one of the most aging habits I see on beautifully dressed women over 60. The blocked-off brow front. You know the one, where the very beginning of the brow, right above the inner corner of the eye, has a sharp, straight, dark edge. Like someone took a ruler and drew a starting line. The problem is that a blocked front creates instant severity. It makes the eyes look closer set. It makes the forehead look tense. And it is the single most obvious "I filled in my brows" giveaway on a mature face. The fix is called feathering. Instead of starting with a firm, defined edge at the front, you hold your pencil almost sideways and make tiny, flick-like strokes upward, like drawing individual little hairs. The front of your brow should look like it's slowly waking up, not standing at attention. Softer at the start, fullest in the middle, tapered at the tail. That gradient is what a naturally beautiful brow looks like at any age, and especially at ours. If you do nothing else from this whole video, retire the block, feather the front. Your entire face will soften in about 30 seconds. Secret 6. The one nobody talks about. Match your brow undertone to your skin, not your hair. Here it is, the one I promised you. The reason so many beautifully dressed women over 60 still somehow look slightly off in photographs, even when everything else is perfect. Most women pick their brow shade based on their hair color. That's half right, but the piece that gets missed, and this is what professional makeup artists are trained in, is that your brow shade also has to harmonize with your skin undertone, because the brow sits directly on your skin. If the undertone clashes, no shade of brown will ever look right, no matter how expensive the pencil. Here's the shortcut. If your skin has cool undertones, pink, rosy, or slightly blue-based, you need brow products in the ashy family. Taupe, ash brown, cool soft brown. Warm-toned brow products on cool skin look muddy and orange, and they age the face instantly. If your skin has warm undertones, golden, peachy, olive, you need brow products in the warm family. Honey, caramel, warm soft brown. Cool ashy products on warm skin look gray and lifeless, like a shadow instead of a brow. And if you don't know your undertone, look at the veins on the inside of your wrist in natural daylight. If they look blue or purple, you're cool. If they look green, you're warm. If you genuinely can't tell, you're likely neutral and can wear either family. Lucky you. Once you match brow undertone to skin, everything harmonizes. Your face reads as intentional, photograph ready, quietly expensive. This is what people mean when they say a woman looks polished. The undertones are all speaking the same language. Secret 7. Trim, don't pluck. Your brows are precious now. Here is the last one, and it is the one I want you to promise me you'll take seriously. Stop plucking. I mean it. Put the tweezers down. Brow hairs after 60 do not grow back the way they did in your 30s and 40s. The follicle slows down, and in many cases, hairs you pluck now will never return. Every single hair on your brow is precious real estate, because sparse brows are what most women our age are already fighting against. Why on earth would you remove any of them? Instead of plucking, trim. Use a small, sharp brow scissor and a spoolie brush. Brush your brows upward, and gently snip only the very longest hairs that stick up above the natural line. That's it. You keep every single hair for fullness, but you tame the wild ones for polish. This is exactly what professionals do when they groom brows on mature clients, and it is why their brows look full and neat at the same time. And if you have gaps from years of overplucking in the 80s and 90s, first, You're not alone, we all did it. And second, a good brow serum applied nightly can genuinely help revive the follicles that are still alive down there. Give it 3 to 4 months. Be patient. Your brows want to come back if you let them. If any of these 7 have made you rethink your entire brow routine, and I hope at least 3 of them have, drop a comment below and tell me which one hit hardest. I read every single one. Here is what I want to leave you with today, and I want you to really sit with this one. Because this video was never really about brows. It was about that quiet moment in front of the mirror when you look at your own reflection and think, what happened to me? When you realize you've been using the same tools, the same shades, the same techniques for 30 years, not because they still work for you, but because nobody ever gave you permission to update them. Nobody ever pulled you aside and said, "Sweetheart, your face has grown into something new." It deserves new tools. That's what this is. That's what all of it is. Learning to look at the woman in the mirror today, the one who has raised children, buried people she loved, built a career, survived things that would have broken lesser women, and see her clearly. Not the ghost of who she was at 35. Not the version of her that magazines told her she should still be. Her, now. Softer, wiser, and unspeakably more beautiful than she gives herself credit for. Your brows are not just brows. They are the frame of the face that has carried your entire life. And every soft, feathered, undertone-matched stroke you make from now on is a small act of respect for the woman you have become. You are not past your prime. You are the prime. Everything before this was rehearsal. This, right here, right now, at 60 and beyond, this is the performance. This is the woman you were always becoming, and she deserves brows and a face and a life that reflects who she actually is today, not who she used to be. Here is what I need you to do right now. 3 things, and I promise they take less than a minute combined. First, go download the complete guide. It's called the Complete Hair Guide for Women Over 60, and every single principle we talked about today, the undertones, the color families, the graying stages, the science behind why softening works, is inside it, laid out in a way you can actually use. The link is in the description right below this video, or you can scan the QR code showing on your screen right now. Save it, print it, keep it in your makeup drawer. It becomes your reference for every beauty decision you make from here on. Second, if this video helped you see yourself a little more kindly today, please share it with one woman in your life who needs to hear it. A sister, a friend, a mother, someone who is still filling in her brows with a black pencil and wondering why she doesn't recognize herself anymore. She needs this, and she needs to know that another woman thought of her. Third, if you haven't subscribed yet, this is the moment. Hit that subscribe button, tap the little bell for notifications, and join this community of women who refuse to disappear as they get older. We show up here every single week to prove that elegance, beauty, and confidence have absolutely no expiration date. You belong here with us. And tell me in the comments, which of the 7 secrets are you trying first tomorrow morning? I want to know. I read every single comment, and I cannot wait to hear which one is going to change your reflection. Until next time, my beautiful friend, be gentle with the woman in the mirror. She has earned it, and she is far more stunning than she knows.